Okay, everybody, the time is here. Just so everybody knows, Analogue 3D is coming, and it's coming very soon. It could be next month, as soon as any time in the first quarter of next year. And so, a lot of things that relate to the Nintendo 64, they're going to be flying off the shelves on like eBay and everywhere. Prices may go up. If they're smart, they're going to put their prices up because everybody's going to be like, I need this, I want this, and then they want extras. People are going to get crazy with it. And I've already got my collection, so I'm not going to really worry about any of that, But some of the things I'm going to go over here and what I'm going to test and show you is kind of important, So first we're going to start with this here. This is an expansion pack and obviously will not be usable on the new Analogue 3D that's coming. I bought this a long time ago back when N64 was it Majora's Mask that came out. You had to have this pack, and I had gotten the pack and I had gotten the game, and a year or so later they used to come in the box, like a game box like this. So they used to come in something like this back when they first came out, and I don't know where that box is, but I know I'm going to come across it as I'm cleaning up the downstairs as time goes on. So what's interesting about this is it's like a year or two later, so you would go into it may have been 2003 or something, maybe. I know the GameCube was already out, I think, at that time or something when I got this. I got it from Toys R Us, and it would be hanging on the shelf. So I guess their leftover expansion, they were trying to get rid of them, so they cheap packaged them with the plastic being wrapped. And I said, well, what if this card goes bad? Or what if this memory thing or expansion goes bad? I better have a backup. So that's why back then I bought it. And I don't remember the price. I'm sure it was somewhere between 20 and 50 bucks back then. But, I've had this the whole time and never needed it and thought I did back then. I was like, man, what if it goes bad? So here I am sitting here with this, and there's nothing I can do with it. I could always sell it. There's one of the tags there that they have so you can't walk out that used to say probably have R zone on there or something. And just kind of giving you a show of this. As times have changed, it's been sitting down there, and it had like some boxes on it. I didn't even know that I had it. It wasn't standing in my case. I didn't have it in my collector's set sitting out or nothing. It's like something I bought and put away and didn't even realize I had. So good golly, I'm down there finding stuff that's like this. I could probably sell this for being sealed. I mean, in this day and age, you're probably looking at anywhere from $100 to $300. Who knows? And wow, you know what I'm saying, people? And so I wanted to kind of go over everything, because the thing is you're looking at this Analogue 3D coming out. So stuff that's really rare, old, anything for the N64 is going to be important to you at this point, because we're revitalizing it. The only one problem I have is I know a lot of people are going to be buying those 5 billion games in one off of Amazon and stuff like that. The problem with those is that they're China, and some of the games may be dark, or some of the games may be like the color isn't right, and some of those people that do those 5 million games in one on an actual cassette that goes into the game system, they'll alter it a little bit so that way it doesn't infringe on copyrights. You know what I'm saying? Some are going to be actual ports that are to the T, that, they just poured it over and didn't want to mess with it. But some may change the color, or some may be real knockoffs, and you don't know what you're getting. And, there's just so much out there. I would play the original games and call it a day. But the problem we're having is Nintendo is not coming out with a mini N64, and that's what everybody wants. If they could come out with a mini N64 with like all of the games on there, or at least 90 to 80% of the games that came out for the 64, I would pay big bucks for that, and I think anybody would, you know. And that's something they really need to do. Instead of beating around the bush, they could make buku money off of that. The problem is, the reason why is getting rights to the games. Half of the people are dead, you know, and then the other half is expired or non-existent companies that publish these games that no longer can collect money on. Or, you know, hey, we got to get rights to this game, and it's like a big freaking mess for them. So, this here, believe it or not, so there was word about a year ago about the Analogue 64 coming. And I would say at the beginning maybe of maybe around July or maybe sooner, I'm not sure. It's been a while. But since there was word about it that Analogue was going to do a 64, I was like, hey man, let me go check, you know, because, you know, better get on top of it before actual other people buy it all up or something, right? So I found this on Amazon sealed. So it's double sealed. It's actually double. It's factory sealed. It's never been opened. I found this one on Amazon, and inside is still the holder. As you can see, the little plastic holder there. And there's the factory seal. It's still wrapped inside of wrap. So it's double wrapped, you know? And there we have a factory seal and a factory seal. So it came from Amazon, and I got this for like, oh shit, probably 50 to 60 bucks or something, you know. And this was like a while ago. This wasn't recent. And I'm like, you know, I'm thinking about, you know, am I going to open it and use it? And then I thought, well, maybe I'll just hold on to it, because I've seen these memory cards. This is like an original type one where they still came in the boxes instead of being in the plastic like this and stuff like that. So this was probably maybe, I don't know, second or, you know, whatever. Who knows if it was first gen, second gen build, but you can see they go into the game controller for the memory. I'm wondering how Analogue 3D is going to handle their memory. I have a lot of these memory cards. I did not buy this back in the day. This was bought within a year's time. Probably when I first heard about Analogue 3D, I was like, man. And I found this on Amazon, and it was only one, and it showed the picture of it, and it says sealed, and I was like, no way. So I got it. And so just imagine, if you go to like eBay or something, you're probably going to see a sealed one of these go for over $100 or more, you know, because people, they are crazy. So I would say stay away from eBay, but this was not an eBay. This was an Amazon purchase. And as you can see, here's how it came in the packaging. I left it in this sealed packaging that it came with as a double protection. So say if any kind of flood or anything, well, you got this sealed, and then the thing itself is sealed. So there can't be any yellowing of the plastic, but the original seal is there inside of the thing. So as you can see, it is original. It's not fake or knockoff. And it's, you know, it's pretty well sealed. I'm not giving it up. You know, I don't know if I ever am going to sell anything, you know, maybe one day, right? But that was an Amazon buy. If you find one, I'm going to tell you the truth. Amazon, everything's opened on Amazon, but every once in a while, I would say about 95% of stuff is opened on Amazon. But if you get lucky, you find one where there's like these game collector people, or they have a store, and literally they have sealed stuff. So, you know, I only paid like 50 or 60 maybe for that. I did not pay no 100 or whatever. And I can tell you right now, you go on Amazon and a sealed one of these, it's going to be through the roof with the way people are these days. I mean, what the hell, you know? So there's this from way back when. I don't know how I found it. I was like, I remember buying it, And as far as it goes, it was one of those things where it's like, but this here, I want to cover this. So a lot of people are going to be wondering, man, we got to put our old games, because a lot of the games that you buy, like, there's going to be a major influx of people buying games for the N64 on eBay or whatever. And 90% of them are going to come without box. Most people are going to be looking for box or for whatever. This is going to happen. You know that this is going to happen, people. And then maybe Nintendo might get the hint and be like, hey, man, let's make a mini. So if that's what's going to happen, well, even if I don't have any money, I'm going to go scrounge up some money straight out of the woods to get it. But this here is basically a whole bunch of plastic, and they'll come like by the hundreds. Look at this. So you can put, they turn into game holders, and they seal in there so you can put them away. The problem, though, is each one of these games came with a little sleeve that goes to the bottom of the cartridge. So whenever you got these, if you got the plastic sleeve that slides to the bottom that covers up the bottom of the game, I don't think that sleeve is going to allow you. But if you don't have the sleeve, this is going to be a good buy, because this was only like $9 on Amazon, people. And as you can see, it's got different languages written on here. I don't know if, as far as it goes, but as you can see, quite a few of these, and they have some sort of number you can call for these. It's saying it's out of Canada. Well, then why do we have like Mexican writing, huh? I don't know. But they have a Facebook and whatever is going on there. But there's a phone number if anybody's interested. I'm just letting you know, there's like $9 for all of this on Amazon. Price going to go up every year. So I'd find them and find a good quality one. This one seemed pretty decent, so I got it. How many is in here is the question, everybody. Does it even say? I mean, it looks like 50. It could be. It says 25, but it looks like there's like 50 of them, to be honest. But maybe they're just thick. They got a good thickness. They say 0.4 millimeter thickness or something. I don't know what that's all about. But anyways, Amazon, not saying go blow all your money, but just saying, hey, this was like $9, man. And I had bought this maybe 5 months ago or so, because I knew that the Analogue 3D was coming. So I had bought this before pre-orders went live. Pre-orders went live for the Analogue 3D. It was October something, 15 maybe, maybe 20th, I don't know, somewhere around there. Anyways, last but not least, everybody, we have us a Game Shark that is sealed. Now, I always wonder, is this really sealed? Because it looks like it's the game itself and then plastic sealed. I did buy this back in October, and I think it was like $80 sealed. And I think I got it off of eBay. And it is, to find these on eBay, they're all opened and everything. So whenever the Analogue 3D comes out, we're going to test to see, will a Game Shark work? Will I open this one? I might just, because it's never been used, so it shouldn't be messed up. But the problem with the Game Sharks is a lot of them will glitch or bug out, and you have to decode them or you stick two of them together, some sort of crazy stuff. Basically, you have to make it to where you can't have any problems with it, because the Game Shark for the 64, there were many versions, and so you're looking at like 3rd gen or higher. If anybody's out there looking, Game Shark 3rd gen or higher is probably there's basically several versions. You don't want the first one, because the first one bricks up. Okay, so just kind of showing you the box and everything, and showing you the stuff. I would love to open it, but the fact that it is sealed, has a manual stuck to the back. I'm not too sure why. It's even in a foreign language or something here. So did this come from Mexico? Because when you look on the side here, it actually shows some sort of writing, and it says Elizabeth Street, Brownsville, Texas. I don't know if this is a seller or the person who sold it to me. I mean, maybe a shop. I don't know. But, you know, I bought it off of eBay, unfortunately. And a sealed one of these goes for 100 to 300, if not more. And I was smart about it. I was like, I'm going to get a Game Shark and we're going to see if it works with the new system, the new Analogue 3D. Now, I might have to buy another one because this one is sealed and I don't know, you know, opening a sealed thing now, this day and age, you're basically looking at money, everybody. So, because everybody wants their stuff sealed, you know, and to be honest with you, is it worth opening to test, or should I just go ahead and find a 3rd gen one or so and actually just use that's maybe with box or something along that nature, you know, one that's been opened, something that works or we know it works. The problem with these is the Game Sharks were for the N64 and they had a company problem that went on and they closed out. You know, you could always look that up online, but they had a lot of problems. And I don't know if Pelican was, you know, the company that used to sell controllers, if Pelican was involved or what it was. But I can tell you for sure, Game Genie was like the best when it came to like cheating, okay? And the Game Genie is what you wanted to have for your Super Nintendo, your 64. However, Game Genie was getting sued, and so they had to get rid of the Game Genie idea, which was a marvelous idea. As long as they worked, it was great. You know, when I was a kid, the Game Genie is what we were using to beat those really hard games. Give yourself infinite lives or all that stuff. I mean, the Game Genie, unfortunately, started getting sued, and because they were, you know, and everybody that makes something seems to get sued. And it's just ridiculous, you know. You people got to stop with that whole lawsuit stuff, man, because you're ruining it for us. Anyways, enough of that. So then they came out with the Game Shark because Game Genie couldn't be used at the time. And then, obviously, you know, GameCube. I don't think GameCube really had anything besides people with like a memory stick or something. So, as far as it goes, I think GameCube had like a memory card that you would stick in the memory card slot on a GameCube, and you could actually cheat some of your games that way or something. But this was at the end of actually the game cheating, because it started to get worse once Xbox 360 came out. You could no longer use codes or cheat codes. They started hampering down. Like the original Xbox, you could put codes in for a lot of games. As time went on, it just got worse. Like, we used to love putting in codes. That was the whole point. You know, you can't beat it, work around it. Now I get it. Zelda, Mario 64, games like that, yeah, you don't want to cheat. You want to have fun and go explore and play those games. But some games were just ridiculously hard, and for that we had Game Shark, Game Genie, and so therefore. So, without further ado, just letting everybody know, these game cases, they seem like they'll be good for putting in your games that you don't have. For those people that are like, oh, the Analogue 3D's out, you're going to want something to put those games that you probably just bought. Remember, Amazon or whoever these people are, whatever you want to do, this rare find on Amazon, I don't know how, but I did it, and I'm never going to open it. I have a lot of these cards, so we're going to test to see how the memory cards work, how the Game Shark works, and any games that I don't have a case for or something are going in these. And then this here, at some point I'm going to have to sell it. But not without being happy that I still have it. So it may be towards the end of life. Who knows? I don't want to sell it. You know, it's something that, you know, I bought as an extra. It's been sitting there for 5 million years. So I didn't even know. You know, I did not know. you know, that I had this. I so forgot. It was in a box. I'm down there cleaning stuff up. You got so much stuff. I got 2 or 3 fucking rooms full of gaming. You know, it's like my game room. You know, I built a game room when I got a house back in the day, and it's like, and now it's just overran, you know, and it's just like, we're cleaning it all up, putting it all away, and we're going to prepare for something new. I would love to get a nice big house that can fit a real game room that has good shelves, good everything for the stuff. You know, a lot of people have been doing this. I actually was one of the first people to do this back in 2002. I built a game room downstairs, and, you know, that was, you know, before GameCube probably. And it was N64, and it was a game room. I had everything set up. You know, we actually have 4 TVs, you know. You could all sit down and everybody could compete, you know. So anyways, besides all that, we're going to cover more stuff today. It is around Christmas, everybody. Just letting you know, Analogue 3D is coming. Get ready.
Zombie apocalypse.